my full name is Ihsan Zainal Mokhtar. So I'm really excited about meeting you, Peter, because it's like, we come from the same school, so we talk the same language, if you like. We can understand each other. It's great to hit it off. It's great to be with fellow Hoosiers. I haven't used that word for a long time. So I went to the O'Neill School of Public and Environmental Affairs, or SPIA, and as you told me, it's #1 in the country. Made me proud, made my day. So I stayed in the trailer parks. Yeah, it's no more there. It's no more there, and that itself was a new experience. Staying in a trailer park. I was besides the stadium, I think.
Yes.
I'm a professional town planner, or what they call a registered town planner. So our practice is governed by the law. Means if you're not registered and you're not as a registered town planner, you actually cannot practice. And I've been practicing as a town planner for the past more than 20 years. But I've gone into various organizations, starting from the academic world into the private sector before starting my own practice.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, so you've given us the surface of where you are now. I'm sure getting to that point, there've been many accomplishments. And so if you could reflect a little bit, what are some of the accomplishments that you're most proud of?
I was, up till last year, the president of the Malaysian Institute of Planners, which is also, I sit on the board. So the board is by the government, whereas the institute is the body that controls the practitioners in the private sector. But it's run by the board. So the board allows me to practice, and I'm still a member of the board of town planners. We regulate the profession, and I think I'm the most senior person in the board now, by age at least, and also by the length of time. I've sat in the board for, I think, more than 5 or 6 terms.
This is a national organization.
It is a national organization, and it basically regulates the planning practice throughout the nation. And we have affiliations with various other countries, and so I am very proud to have been the president and still sitting in the board. And maybe I feel that it has made me, my education has made me the person that I am today. So
in light of those accomplishments, reminisce a little bit in terms of your time and experiences at IU.
I think one of the most important part about the American learning system and in Bloomington, in IU, is the learning experience, and it's not so much in the class, it's the friends that I mix with, it's the lecturers that I met, had discussion with, the classes that I had, the trips that I went. Those experiences, made me look at things differently. Even as a young person, it was a change from the system that I had in Malaysia. So it wasn't a total shock in terms of the system, but when I realized that I had more choice, I had a bigger basket to choose from. So I covered a lot of the curiosity that I had. We have the arts. My wife took English, and she also took geology. Those kind of experiences is something that we will treasure forever. So it also created, I think, it made me more independent. I felt that in IU I could speak my mind. It didn't start off that way, I was quite timid, but when I look at everyone giving their ideas, and when you were asked, your opinion, and nobody looked down on your opinion, and your confidence grew. So I think that was very important, and that still is important in life, for your opinions to be heard, to be respected, and of course the lecturers and your teachers, they would reciprocate. If you start talking back, they'll question you. I never felt uncomfortable during class. Even if I'm not mistaken, I had this Chinese lecturer teaching the arts of war. So he couldn't speak proper American English, if you like, but because of the content of the subject, and he could understand us, and we could, even through that difficulty of understanding the language that he spoke, the subject matter was You learn the art of war
Right.
at the age of 20, and that itself is an experience that, wow, it's another way of.
It's riveting, yeah.
It is, and because of that, we took other subjects. My wife took filmmaking, I think.
Wonderful.
We wanted to explore all these things, and of course, I was married very young, so it allowed me to enjoy the beautiful campus of Bloomington. We had our walks, and I think it even helped my marriage actually, because we learned to be together in a foreign land, without our parents, without interference. We grew up together.
Awesome. Very nice. Very.
And Bloomington was the ideal setting. It's not like a city; it's a campus life. And,
wonderful. And I think those are the types of memories that will stay with you forever.
Yes.
So in terms of that, I mean, we've gone into in a reflective mode. What's your thoughts about where to next?
That's right. I always feel that, like I said, I was very excited to meet you. I was excited when we met Peter. In fact, I was calling Rosmar. Look, I said, this man from Thailand, from IU, came all the way here, put us all together. What next? We cannot lose this opportunity. So where do we move from here? Okay, this is good actually, because I'm a town planner.
Right.
I am in this business about the environment. But we can do more. We need to do more at the ground level. We need to spread the education about the environment. We need to tell the stories about the situation of our forests, our water, And me being in SPIA before, we are taught how to marry these two, the public policy and the environment, and not do guesswork. We are very, we're the numbers people. We crunch numbers. We talk based on facts, and I think that culture needs to be embedded in Malaysia. I think the situation in Malaysia as far as the environment is concerned, it's global. We have climate change, but that part of climate change and that part of making it as a main agenda kind of thing, the mainstream thought, is not enough. How do we make it better? How do we make the environment better for the benefit of Malaysia and the world?
And you have a lot to contribute from your base and
my experience. I know how the system works. You see, it's just that sometimes I think the system needs tweaking. The fact that you can't pass the buck to somebody else. You have to take responsibility. So sometimes when I say these things, it's not very pleasant to hear. When I say, if you can do more, you should do more. You should, So how do we get into that mode? How do we work together to reach that mode?
Well, you can look to your expertise to rely upon in this region of the world in particular. So
I look forward to it.
But thank you for your time.
Welcome.